Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to another installment of In the News. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but this is not a health and fitness related. This is life related, and it's very important because I think it's sending out a definite wrong message, and I think the future of America is pretty much doomed. And this is, you may have heard of this already. I'm going to breeze through this article as quick as possible and to get right to my point. I also want to get your guys and gals' thoughts on this. So, this teacher who was fired for refusing to give 50% credit to students who didn't even do their homework, leaves a poignant goodbye on her whiteboard. I'll try to paraphrase as much as possible. Diane Torrado, 52 years old, was fired from Westgate K through 8 school in Port St. Lucie, Florida on September 14th. She says the school has a no zero policy, requiring teachers to give students no less than 50% grade on assignments. Torrado refused to follow the policy after several students didn't turn in a homework project she had assigned 2 weeks earlier. Before leaving, she left a note on a whiteboard for her eighth grade history class, explaining her firing and bidding farewell. I'll try to copy and paste that right here, and you can just read that. And it says that the public school official says there is no district policy prohibiting teachers from giving a grade of zero. Once again, she was fired for giving half credit to students who didn't turn in the assignment. And the farewell message you can see right here. And she basically took it to social media. Social media is a very strong platform. You know, the whiteboard says, "Bye, kids. Mrs. Torrado loves you and wishes you all the best in life. I have been fired for refusing to give you a 50% for not having anything in. Love, Mrs. Torrado." And she shared it on her Facebook page, and it's been shared more than 740 times and counting. And she said, quote, "I'm so upset because we have a nation of kids that are expecting to get paid and live their life just for showing up, and it's not real," she told a TV station. And it's starting to draw national attention. She said, quote, "The reason I took on this fight was because it was ridiculous. Teaching should not be this hard. Teachers teach content. Children do the assignments to the best of their ability, and teachers grade that work based on a grading scale that has been around for a very long time." And it keeps going on and on. And no specific cause was given in her termination letter from the principal at Westgate. And she's still on probation. And she's a mother and has a lot of years of experience. And the Westgate Student and Parent Handbook contains a grading rubric that includes the line written in red all caps: "No zeros, lowest possible grade is 50%. The rubric, however, allows for an incomplete grade that is the equivalent of 0% according to the table included in the handbook, which Torrado argues creates confusion. So, first and foremost, right off the bat, shame on the school system, first and foremost, for having this dumb policy, whether you agree with it or not. If a kid doesn't turn in an assignment, to me, it's a zero. That's just the facts. Why should a kid get a free pass? Isn't school supposed to mold these kids and teach them and supposed to mold them into and prepare them for the real world society? Going to school, you go to college, get a degree, or if you take the blue collar route, whatever it is, when you don't do something, you get a zero. When you have a deadline to meet at work and you don't turn it in and you don't meet it, it's not, "Oh, it's okay, I'm going to give you some partial credit for it. No problem." This is the type of message that you're sending to these kids. And this teacher, Torrado, should not be on probation, a bottom line. Now, it does say in the policy they have a zero policy for giving zeros. She is, I don't know how far she's going to take it. Maybe she'll get an attorney. We shall see. I hope that she has another job lined up. So I give her tremendous props for sticking up for what she believes in despite her job being in jeopardy, which is very courageous of her. But it's just very unfortunate. It sends out the wrong message. So shame on the school. And two, shame on, and I don't know what percentage or what portion, but shame on some of the parents that are okay with this. They didn't mention in the article how the parents feel about her getting on probation, but if they are against it, then they should sign a petition and try to get her back into school. But we shall see, and so she could retain her job if she wants to even still work there. And the reason I say shame on the parents, because if my future son or daughter didn't turn in an assignment and this teacher gave them a zero, and my son or daughter came to me and said, hey, so and so teacher gave me a zero, but according to the handbook, I should be getting 50%. You know what I'm going to say to my son or daughter? I don't care what I'm going to say, quote, I don't care what the policy says. You didn't turn it in. You deserve a zero. You deserve a zero. You don't deserve any partial credit. Partial credit to me, the only time I got partial credit was way back in the day. I remember, doing a math test, and when you showed your work and you worked through it, even if you got the answer wrong, if you showed certain steps and it looked like you were on the right path, that's what partial credit is for, whether it's one fourth, a half, whatever. That's partial credit, in my opinion. I don't know. I haven't been in school in a while. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but that's what partial credit is to me. Not showing up to work and not showing up and doing an assignment, that's not partial work to me. I mean, I would love to not go into work and then get paid partially, right? Who doesn't? But this is just an absolute joke, and I really hope that, she gets her justice. And I hope some of these parents are not condoning this type of behavior. Like if their kid is telling them, hey, complaining, who knows? Maybe some of the kids were complaining to their parents, and the parents were like, this is BS, and maybe it escalated. If that's the case, then shame on you, parents, and you should stop procreating. That's a big problem. And I would put third, probably shame on the kids a little bit. No kid is perfect. They do miss assignments, but it's mostly the parents need to get on the kids for doing their assignments. No kid is perfect, but they should still be held responsible and understand that their behavior, although they can get away with it right now with this partial credit, they're not going to get away with it when they get older. Real quick, pacifying your kids, it's just too much coddling, too much just sometimes it's good. Honestly, trust me, you want to defend your kids when you have to, but if your kids are in the wrong, you need to stop being a best friend and be a parent before a friend. Your kids are going to have plenty of friends go in and out in their life, but they're only going to have one parent, hopefully. So if you're a parent, please do your job and parent and hold your kids at a higher standard. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't have the rankings on top of my head, but if you look it up, America's supposed to be this greatest country, and I'm proud to be a Korean American. But our educational system for our reading and writing and the math, aren't we ranked like 40 or 45th for academics from K through 12 grade? I know we're pretty behind, so this might be part of the reason we don't push our kids enough. Now you got to find that balance, but not turning in an assignment and expecting partial credit is enabling. It's BS. The policy's garbage. The parents that are for it should be crucified. Don't procreate, please, anymore. Be a parent, not a friend. That's it, guys. I want to know your guys and gals' thoughts, if possible, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.